Hello, I'm Mike Hayes. Welcome back to our series on Barry Harris chord concepts for jazz standards. If you've seen any of the other videos in this series, you'll know this is where we come up with an alternative set of changes based on Barry Harris's unique approach to jazz harmony. Well, we've got another beauty in store for you today. It's the jazz classic There Will Never Be Another You, written by Harry Warren. I do hope you enjoy it, and I hope you get a lot out of it. There Will Never Be Another You is a jazz standard written by Harry Warren in 1942 for the musical film Iceland. Over a career spanning 6 decades, Warren wrote more than 800 songs. I'm sure you know some of them. The More I See You, At Last, I Only Have Eyes for You, all written by Harry Warren. There Will Never Be Another You is a 32-bar A, B, A, C song form. Let's dive right in and get to work on the A section. On the screen you'll see 2 sets of chords. The chords in white are the typical fake book chords, and the chords in gold will be the Barry Harris style chords. In bars 1 and 2, the sheet music has E flat major 7th. Using Barry Harris style thinking, these 2 bars would be considered as E flat 6. And that's Barry's principle of a major 7th chord is really a major 6th with a borrowed note. And in this instance, we'd be borrowing the note D from the D diminished chord. On to bar 3, and the sheet music has D minor 7 flat 5. The Barry Harris chord for bar 3 would be F minor 6th, and that's using the Barry Harris concept of relative minor 6th. On to bar 4, and the sheet music has G7 flat 9. For this bar, we'd be thinking of this chord as a D diminished. A D diminished 7th chord over a G bass produces the sound of a G7 flat 9. Over to bars 5 and 6, and the sheet music has C minor 7. We'd be thinking of these 2 bars as E flat 6. That's the Barry Harris concept of playing the relative major 6th for the minor 7th. In bar 7, the sheet music has B flat minor 7. We'd be thinking of this bar as D flat 6. Once again, that's the Barry Harris concept of playing the relative major 6th for the minor 7th. Bar 8 has E flat 7. We'd be thinking of this bar as B flat minor 6. That's the Barry Harris concept of playing a minor 6th on the 5th. The 5th of E flat is B flat, therefore we could play B flat minor 6th. When we play a B flat minor 6 chord over an E flat bass, it produces the sound of an E flat 9th chord. Now when we stand back and have a look at the Barry Harris style chords that we could use for the A section, you'll see that we have an awful lot of E flat 6th. We have the first and second bars as E flat 6, and then once again we have bars 5 and 6 as E flat 6. Now when I'm looking for inspiration, I really don't have to look any further than the melody. Let's have a listen to the first 7 notes of this tune. Right then, the notes are B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, B flat. Now, as many of you will already know, if we're thinking in terms of the Barry Harris approach to music, when we have a major chord, we can play a major 6th on the 5th, which would mean, in this instance, since the chord is E flat, we could play a B flat 6, B flat being the 5th of E flat. What this means to me is that if I take a close look at the melody, I have the opportunity to alternate between an E flat 6 chord and a B flat 6 chord. I'll show you what I mean. If I look at the first note, I could think of playing a B flat 6 chord under this B flat note. When I move on to the next melody note, which is a C, I could play an E flat 6 chord here, because E flat 6 has the note C in it. It's the sixth. On to the third note, and here's an opportunity to play B flat 6. On to the next note, E flat, and of course I could play E flat 6, and so on. You can see this melody is just made for this approach. In fact, before we go any further, let's have a listen to a short chord melody style arrangement using this exact concept. Okay, let's play through the A section of There Will Never Be Another You, and we'll alternate between E flat 6 and B flat 6. I'm going to be changing the chords on every beat in bars 1 and 2 and bars 5 and 6. They're the bars where we have that static E flat 6 chord. Okay, as you can hear, we've now got some movement in those static E flat 6 bars. Let's move on to the B section. The sheet music has A flat major 7. We would think of this bar as an A flat 6, which is the Barry Harris concept of a major 7th being a major 6th chord with a borrowed note. And in this instance, we'd be borrowing the note G from the G diminished 7th chord. On to bar 10, which is our old friend, the backdoor dominant chord. The sheet music has D flat 7. We'll be thinking of this chord as an A flat minor 6. And that's the Barry Harris concept of playing a minor 6th on the 5th of the dominant. In bar 11, once again, we have an E flat major 7 chord. We'll be thinking of this chord as an E flat 6. In bar 12, the sheet music has C minor 7, and once again we'll be thinking of this bar as an E flat 6, which is Barry's concept of playing a relative major 6th for the minor 7. Over to bar 13, the sheet music has F7. We'll be thinking of this chord as a C minor 6. And there's that minor 6th on the 5th concept in action once again. Bars 15 and 16 are essentially a type of turnaround to lead us back to the next A section. Generally speaking, this turnaround consists of a bar of F minor 7 in bar 15 and a bar of B flat 7 in bar 16. Quite often this turnaround uses a substitute set of chords. In bar 15, F sharp minor 7 for 2 beats, then B7 for 2 beats. In bar 16, 2 beats on F minor 7 and 2 beats on B flat 7. So I'm going to use these substitute chords and apply the Barry Harris concept to them. Here's how that would look. For bar 15, it would be 2 beats on A6, and that's the relative major 6th for the minor 7th concept, and then 2 beats on F sharp minor 6, that's the minor 6th on the 5th for the dominant. And then it's the same thing back a semitone. In bar 16, it's A flat 6 for the F minor and F minor 6 for the B flat 7. Okay, moving on to the C section. The first 3 bars of the C section are exactly the same as the first 3 bars in the B section. In bar 25, the sheet music has A flat major 7. We'll be playing A flat 6. In bar 26, the sheet music has D flat 7. That's our backdoor dominant. We'll be playing A flat minor 6. In bar 27, the sheet music has E flat major 7. We'll be playing E flat 6. In bar 28, the sheet music has 2 beats on A minor 7 flat 5 and 2 beats on D7. We'll be playing 2 beats on C minor 6, and that's the relative minor 6 concept, and 2 beats on C diminished. When we play C diminished 7 over a D bass, we produce the sound of a D7 flat 9. Onto bar 29, and the sheet music has 2 beats of E flat major 7 and 2 beats of D7. We'll be playing E flat 6 for 2 beats, and that's the major 6 with the borrowed note concept, and 2 beats of A flat 7 flat 5. This is simply to add contrast to the piece, and it's a chord that you'll often hear Barry Harris play. Over to bar 30, and the sheet music has 2 beats on G minor 7 and 2 beats on C7. We'll be playing B flat 6 for the G minor 7 and G minor 6 for the C7. On to bar 31, the sheet music has 2 beats on F minor 7 and 2 beats on B flat 7. We'll be playing A flat 6 for the F minor 7 and F minor 6 for the B flat 7. Then on to bar 32, and we'll be playing E flat 6 for this bar. Let's finish off now by playing right through the tune using the Barry Harris style chords that we've just been discussing. The bass will be playing off the standard chord changes, and we'll be overlaying the Barry Harris style chords. Well, that's it for today, folks. I do hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope there's something in this lesson that'll help you develop your own musical style on guitar. If you enjoyed this session and felt you got some value out of it and you'd like to support this channel, there's a link in the description below this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the good stuff. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like. It really helps us out. Until next time, all the very best with your guitar playing. Bye for now.